Good day everyone, my name is Opoyemi Aopetu. Once again you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showcasing an organ called Lowrey. It's a particular brand of organ that is not so common, unlike the Joannos and Viscount and probably Rogers. It's not really common, and some people that actually have this kind of organ, they don't use it for church functions like to play hymns, to play classicals. But today I just want us to look at the settings and how we can bring up the settings to suit church service. So we're going to look at the stops we can use to play hymns, then how we can combine stops on it so as to achieve what we need for the church settings. All right, now let's go to the functions properly. Now if you can see the organ, it has two manuals. This one I'll call it a great manual, then let me just call this one the choir manual. Ideally this kind of organ is not labeled in that order, unlike the other organs that used to have great, swell and the likes. This one doesn't have this great, swell and other maybe solo, but this is the loudest manual, so I will refer to this as great. Then I also refer to this as choir because this one doesn't seems to be like a swell manual. So from this point downward, these are stops, but in this situation we have tap stops. We call this one tap stops. We have two kinds of stops. We have the draw stops and we also have the tap stops. So this is a tap stops. The draw stops are the ones that are always at the side that you draw in, you draw out, you pull in. But these ones just tap. According to the name, tap, then the stuff comes up. So this controls the lower manual. When I turn everything off now, nothing is coming up here. But if I bring up a flute number 8 flute, you hear something. 8. We have something like this. So that's for the lower manual. Then for the upper manual, we have from this point to this side in the upper manual. So let me remove this. For the upper manual, okay, I think this side also controls the upper manual. So for here now, there's no sound coming up for here. But if I engage, let me start with dapsing. You can have flutes. If I remove this also, the flute comes up. But if I had the dapsing, it comes up again. So you have a sound as bright as this. Then there's a particular button here on the orchestral line which you can actually use to enhance the manuals. So this aspect has something we call a full pipe. So when I add this to the upper manual, I have to switch on this part. If this one is not on, it's not going to come up, but I must have the upper manual on so as to engage the full pipe on it, and you have something like this. The sound comes up better. Then for the lower manual, let me turn everything on. This is what I'm going to have on the lower manual if I turn everything on. So it's not really loud as such. But if I want this pipe to also sound on the lower manual, then I bring what we have here, the lower part, then it's going to have this pipey sound. That you can enjoy that aspect. Then for the pedals, camera please come to this side. For the pedals, you have just 5 tap stops. Here we have bars 8, we have bar 16. So this comes up only when I engage one of the stops. But mostly for this kind of organ, you don't get to enjoy the pedals very well because the pedals aren't built for all these are regular performances. So it's just to be doing all this kind of do, so, blah, all those kind of stuffs. So that's what the pedals actually get to play. But you really want to play good, you want a good production. These pedals aren't meant for that, but at least for this organ you can still enjoy a little bit if you have your bass 8 and your bass 16. So with your bass 8 and your bass 16 you can enjoy a very good sound. Now let me give you something soft. Dapsing. Okay, let's have one song then. So you have something of that extent at a very low volume. Then I must say something with this kind of organ. This organ works based on volume control. It works with a volume mechanism. A normal organ doesn't use volume system. You get to have a brighter volume as you engage every stop, but let me just show you so that you know that this organ works with volume system. Now all the stops are engaged. Now the volume is down. Let me play and you see that you're not going to hear anything here. All the stops are engaged though. See, nothing comes up. But if it were to be a regular organ, it's going to come up. So that's why what you have here is a master volume. Then please go down. As in the case of other organs, this actually works as a means to enhance sound, not a volume system. But this one is just working as a volume control mechanism. Like you have so immediately I go off, the whole sound goes off. So that was one thing I also want us to know about this. But what I used to do most times if I want to enjoy it is that I put this volume up, then I'm going to engage this master volume to a very good volume, a minimal volume, so that as I'm engaging my stops, I'm going to have something bright based on the kind of stops I select. For instance now, let me go to reeds yet. So I want to engage one. When you engage more of the stops, but that's my own system of playing because I don't want to be using the volume control system. So I just put my volume system at a very good level, then I engage more of the stops. And to save on this kind of organ, you have a bank preset and you also have the general preset. So what you have to do here is that whatever you want to save, I already have some things on the bank B, on the bank A. So let's use bank B as a case study now. So for the bank B, whatever I want to save now, let's say all the sounds now I want to save it, the sounds that are engaged here, I want to save everything now. I'll first press memorize plus B, then plus any number that I need here, either 1. By the time I press 1, I release at the same time, it gets memorized. That's all. So let me, okay, this one now. Let me now go to B1. I saved it on B1. Then I have it on B1. So like that, if I press the memorize button with either A, B, or C, with this together, it must be simultaneous in nature, like 1, 2, and you must release at the same time before it can get saved. So that's how you save on this kind of organ. Then, okay, I've talked about the master volume. So the master volume is here. Then we have the solo stop here. Probably, maybe, most times I use a lower manual for my solo. that's just what I can actually bring us to there. And if you need something that is very grand, for instance, now I have my own preset. My own preset, I have something from 1. And if I want it to come up more, I put it to higher volume. Alright, thank you very much. This is where we're going to draw the curtain for today's episode. Next time, let's meet. God bless you. Bye.